What happens to Jeff and me? It turned out that the answer came in several parts. Part 1, you get shipped to a house of well-meaning but deeply weird people who smelled like hot dogs and old socks, and the family stared at you all the time. Then you get shipped to another place, where they punted Ryder and Jeff to the cop lady and the priest. Now they were on their way to an orphanage called Resurrection House, even though he and Jeff weren't exactly orphans. They were only half-orphans. Tears pressed behind his eyes as he remembered the sound of his dad rushing out of his bedroom after the cops crashed through the front door, the sound of the gunshots, the stillness of Dad's body as he lay there in the hall, the redness of the blood in the carpet. Ryder had no idea what this Resurrection House thing was all about, but for now he figured that the resurrection place had to be better than that first douchebag house. Ryder had always possessed an uncanny ability to read people, not their minds, not like one of the Legilimens from the Harry Potter stories, but he was great at reading their intentions, their state of ease. It was like what they called stranger danger in school, and what Dad used to call situational awareness at home. Right now, Ryder knew that the grown-ups in the car were upset about something. They leaned close to each other and talked quietly. The driver lady kept glancing up into the rearview mirror as if she saw something that made her nervous. She had spiky white hair, but not the kind of white that comes with age. In the mirror, lit up by the lights of the car behind them, the brown eyes that had looked so friendly before now looked wrinkled and scared. Ryder eased his seatbelt open and rose from his captain's chair to turn and look out the back window. The one other car on the road was driving way too close, the way Mom would drive when she was getting ready to pass. "Please get back in your seat," Father Tim said. He was completely different from what Ryder expected a priest to be. He seemed too young, and he smiled more than church people normally did. "Are they trying to pass us?" Ryder asked. The lady driver, her name was Pam, said, "If they were, they've had plenty of time to do it." The priest repeated, "Ryder, I really want you in your seat." Ryder opened his mouth to argue, but he decided to comply instead. This didn't feel right to him. He'd just turned to face front when the follow car's high beams lit up the back window and blue strobe lights painted wild shadows all over their van's interior. Jeff jumped awake in the captain's chair to Ryder's right. "What's happening?" "Shut up," Ryder snapped. He didn't want to be mean, but if the little dickhead was talking, he wouldn't be able to hear what was being said up front. "I don't like this," Pam said. "I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no legit reason for us to be pulled over." "Well, we can't just ignore them," Father Tim said. The cop behind them popped his siren, as if to cast his vote on what they should do. Pam pushed the button on the dash to turn on the hazard flashers. "I'm slowing down to 35, she said. "Call 911 to see—" "Tell me what's happening," Jeff insisted, blocking out the rest of Pam's command. Ryder would have been happy to call 911 for them, but the FBI had taken their phones and their computers. Hell, they'd taken everything. He and Jeff weren't allowed to take anything with them but underwear, clothes, shoes, and a jacket. As the van navigated a curve, another wall of blue lights erupted out front. Another police car parked at an angle across the road. "I guess that decides that," the priest said. The driver stomped hard on the brakes, making Ryder feel better about his decision to sit back down and belt himself in. "I'm scared," Jeff whined. "Shut up," Ryder said. "We're all scared. Saying it doesn't help." Very little about